Hey, happy Hopeville Friday to you. I'm out here in the pasture kind of overlooking the neighbors. Back behind me you can see their horse barn back there. Have a pretty nice place. Um, I wanted to come by and talk to you a little bit today about being focused on something, being like really intensely focused on something. We talk about that a lot, and keeping your focus and really going towards your goals and trying to move towards your mark, but sometimes we get a little too carried away with that. Um, Lester Buckley tells a story. Lester's a horse trainer, good horse trainer, and he was working at a barn for a guy. I think he was starting the younger horses, and the guy that actually did the riding in the professional competition was there in the barn with him in the arena. And so the owner was riding a horse that was pretty well trained, and he was just kind of, keeping him tuned up. And Lester was riding a horse that was learning. And so they were on opposite ends, and Lester had this horse going pretty well, and he would turn, as I remember, turn one way really well, pick up the pattern, do everything right. But when he tried to go the other way, like left, he would find, right, he just couldn't get it. And Lester was really intensely focused on this horse, like he was just working through this, like, why can't you get this? And so the owner comes up and says, hey, why don't you go up to the office and brew yourself a tea and have a cup of tea? And Lester's like, I'm working your horse. I'm in the middle of, just go have a cup of tea. So, okay, so he goes and has a cup of tea, and he comes back and he gets on the horse, same thing. He's drilled in, he's watching, he's really focused on what he's doing. And the same thing with the horse. Turns one way fine, tried to get the other way, cannot get it. Just cannot get it. And he's really kind of in a wrestling match or a tug of war with this horse, trying to get him to do what he wants. So the owner comes over again and says, hey, why don't you go up to the office and have another cup of tea? And Lester's thinking, how much tea can a guy drink? And he goes, yeah. He said, go ahead and put her in the stall, untack her, and get your tea bag out, open it up, and put it in the cup, and warm your water up and brew it, and let it sit, and just kind of enjoy your tea. And he was thinking, what in the world is this guy doing? And so he okay, he's the boss, so he goes up there, he does it, and he said, I don't think he drank the tea the second time. He's like, I can only drink so much tea. And so he comes back and he saddles the horse and he gets on, and he takes the horse to the left, and it does fine. He takes the horse to the right, and the horse just picks it up right away. And what he said he learned from that is he was so intent, so focused on trying to get that horse to understand what he wanted, that he wasn't picking up on the senses that the horse just wasn't really understanding. Whether the horse wasn't having it because of that moment in time, or something in Lester's, demeanor or attitude or will or energy or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, the owner could see, because he was away from it looking at the situation, and obviously a bright guy and understood horses well, like Lester does, but Lester was right on the situation, intently focused, and so he couldn't see what was wrong. And so we do that, we get so focused on something that we're not aware, whether it be situational awareness, like that case with the horse, or just things that are going on around us, like, our kids or our family or the world or whatever, that we're, we will get so focused on whatever we're doing, our job, our career, our track, our whatever it is, that we lose focus. We're not aware of the things that we really enjoy, our family, our things that give us energy, things that give us joy, whatever it is. So I just want to come by today and talk to you a little bit about that, and just remind you that sometimes we need to use our peripheral vision and kind of recognize what's going on around us. I have the same problem. When I ride a horse and I go in after a certain cow, I just kind of block out everything and I zero in on that cow. Well, sometimes that works pretty good and sometimes it doesn't, because it may set you up to where you're thinking you want to get that one cow out, but if you really look, all the other cows are going the other way, and all you got to do is stand there and hold yours, but you're not watching what they're doing. So anyway, just wanted to come by and tell you, wish you guys a happy Hopeville Friday. Hope you have a great weekend, and we will catch you down the road.